So you were talking about earlier, I mean, so many different directions here. You have Wolves fans that have got to be euphoric right now. You have Warriors fans that have to be so down right now. You have Knicks fans that are shutting down 7th Avenue, so we know they're euphoric right now. Celtics fans, I mean, you can't be any more down. And then all manner of fan bases were included in the emotional swings prior to these games coming on tonight as the draft lottery was announced. And I have true compassion for fan bases that go through horrendous seasons and then have their hearts ripped out when it comes to the lottery. I've covered many 20-win teams. One year, you could go back many years, and I'm going to date myself here. I hosted at a big bar in downtown Memphis. I hosted the draft lottery party. ESPN's in town, the whole thing. It's at the Flying Saucer in downtown Memphis, Tennessee. I mean, hundreds of fans all there, right? The Grizzlies had the worst record in the entire NBA.
And this is before the odds shifted, right? So you're like looking at like a
and
25% or whatever.
Hey, look, and I'm hosting the thing. I'm not kidding you. And behind the stage where I'm hosting the deal, we have a giant inflatable Greg Oden in a Grizzlies uniform and a giant inflatable Kevin Durant in a Grizzlies uniform. 1 and 2, okay? And bro, when it popped up 4, which was the worst possible pick,
they go to break before 4, right?
Dude, it was the most depressing place. I couldn't even speak. And Eric Hasseltine, who's the radio voice of the Grizzlies, gets up there and he's like, look, still a great building block for this franchise. Yeah. Chris Bosh got taken 4th, and people are like, nobody wants Chris Bosh. Who cares?
But
it's the most heart-wrenching thing ever.
The Hornets, the Wizards fans.
Oh, the worst.
This is your Super Bowl.
That's it.
And, and the team that traded Luka Doncic is the one that wins.
All right, so let me just I'm split on this. Obviously, that's ridiculous. They had a 1.8% chance, okay? And you can be a hating ass and be super jealous. So let me just say out of the way here. I'm a hating ass and super jealous. P.S. Okay?
I didn't see that coming.
That's true. And look, if you go back in mismatch history, my thoughts on Cooper Flagg are well documented. When he was 16 years old, I took my son to EYBL, the Nike thing. Everybody had said, you got to see this Cooper Flagg. And I came on the mismatch. I said, I just saw the best 16-year-old basketball player I've ever seen in my life. The kid had like 14 blocks. Blocks in the game. I'm like, I don't know who this is. I mean, this guy, whatever hype around him is all 100% legitimate. He is amazing. And so I think he's like franchise altering. But bro, this is where I say I'm hating ass, because you got to hate on Nico Harrison. Like, he shouldn't get this lucky. He shouldn't. For that fan base, I know they've got all those Luka jerseys. They've got all that Luka gear. They just got their hearts ripped out so badly. So for the Mavs fans that have like stuck with the Mavs, for those poor season ticket, people that have to sell these things, people are canceling right and left and chanting fire Nico, and now your phone's going to ring for the first time in 3 months tomorrow. Like, I understand the impact this has on an organization, but I always think about it through the prism of the fans, and I'm happy for Dallas fans. They just got their guy ripped away, but on the other hand, it was their own fucking doing, right? It's not like they didn't get their guy ripped away from him because he died in a car wreck. They got their guy ripped away from him because their GM traded it, right? So
this is what do you know what this thought just came to my head. Me and the Podfather Bill have spent some long nights playing blackjack, and I know that you played some blackjack yourself too, right?
Indeed.
And I feel like when they traded Nico, it's like splitting eights. It's like, this is what the book says. You got to
Trading
do it.
Luka. Yeah.
Trading Luka. Splitting 8s. And then when you split 8s, you get another 8. And I feel like they got another 8. It's
That's
like
fair.
it's like if you said there's a 3 or 4 year window, you said defense wins championships. This is not like Cooper Flagg is not part of that philosophy. So do you have to like split 8s again? Do you now have to trade Cooper Flagg to like execute your strategy?
Right, because you said they're not. I'm not going to be around in 3 or 4 years
You
anyway.
said we got a
right?
3-year window. And Cooper
Yeah.
Flagg and Derek Lively are not going to win a championship in the next 3 years.
I
And
will say that
Kyrie's not coming back next year. So it does feel like there is another decision to make if you're the Mavericks. Do I have to trade one of the best prospects ever because I'm committed to this strategy? You know what I mean about splitting 8s, right? Like you got 8s,
Yes.
you split them, you get another 8. You're like, well, I'm committed to this strategy.
I'm almost offended that you're like, you're familiar with this, right? Like, how many times do you think I have walked to the ATM because I didn't have enough to split the last 8?
Yeah, there's some guy at the table like, I'll give it to you. It's like, no, dude, no, we're not doing that. We're not doing
that. We're not doing IOUs.
Yeah, no. But like, that's what I feel like. I feel like this is kind of like, it's put Nico in a really weird spot because he's like, we're trading Luka Doncic, bringing in AD because we have this large side. I actually kind of like the Mavs roster if everyone's healthy. Obviously, they're not. But like now that you add Cooper to that mix, what timeline are we now? Like the Warriors 2 timeline thing.
It is funny. I saw our buddy Kurt Goldsberry tweet out right after it happened. He's like, Nico Harrison has the chance to do the funniest thing ever and
He
not
might.
get Cooper Flagg.
And he might.
Right.
You got to split 8s again.
Just hates conventional wisdom.
I mean, I would say that Victor Wembanyama, whatever you think about him, one of the best prospects we've ever seen. The guy's 7'6" and like hits threes, right? But he has not impacted the Spurs health aside in a way that like puts them in contention for a championship.
They will be by next year. They'll be
no.
Yes, they're going to, I'm saying they're going to be dangerous starting next year.
Yes.
With him and Fox and Castle
and
then whoever
Harper,
they add it
they'll
to.
take Harper. They're going to take Harper, right? Consensus is Harper.
Maybe, but I mean, good grief. They may be able to load that up and look, we gotta bring up the Giannis element here. I mean, it just so happened that story, the soft launch of the Giannis trade request, was kind of floated out there. Before the lottery tonight. And it's like, now with the way the lottery played out, you've got people opining. It's like, geez, man, like they might use the first pick. You could see them possibly trying to, they've wanted Giannis and
second pick, third pick,
second pick. I mean, I know it's wild. Oh, but
I want to talk about the
really
leak of
getting
information.
it is just, I mean,
that's ridiculous. Because I was on my phone because I had to pick up my daughters from gymnastics and I was texting with you guys. So I was just listening on my phone and watching along. So I'm not like on my couch locked in because I was getting ready for the Knicks game, picking up my daughters from gymnastics. And they were like, well, Philly lost their pick. And then they're like, I think it's Nagandi is like, oh, correction. They didn't lose their pick. I'm like, what?
Correction.
That's like being like the Knicks are up by 10. Oh, correction, they're down by 6. Like that's a big deal,
well,
dude.
That is the thing from all, and everybody's like, it's rigged, it's rigged, it's rigged. I always love it's rigged. But here's the deal. They come back from that break, and I think collectively, most NBA fans, we were like, that was like, bro, just give him to Charlotte. He just played at Duke. We'll get to hear that Charlotte Wild announcer, Eric Collins, call all his games. He'll be playing with LaMelo and Brandon Miller. That's a fun young team, whatever.
Healthy LaMelo, healthy Miller, healthy Flagg.
Well, because what you are thinking is you're going, all right, they suck, but they're like on that trajectory. Those other 3, none of y'all deserve this. You traded Luka. You already got Wembanyama and De'Aaron Fox and Stephon Castle. And you literally punted the last 30 games of the season just so you could get in the top 6 and not lose your stupid pick to the Thunder. Like, none of y'all deserve this. None of y'all.